Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Verse number 1. I chant and just follow me. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kim Kuruvata Sanjaya. I repeat one more time. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kim Kuruvata Sanjaya. See the meaning. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, gathered on the holy land of Kurukshetra, eager to fight, what did my sons and sons of Pandu do? I repeat the meaning. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, gathered on the holy land of Kurukshetra, eager to fight, what did my sons and sons of Pandu do? This is the first chapter's first verse. Srimad Bhagavadgita, nectar of the song divine. Due to different perspective, there are three categories of Gita students. Gita can be read by three kinds of readers. One is, the number first is the person who had curiosity. So because of curiosity, he wants to learn anything. Like small children, they have curiosity about everything. They go to market and whatever they see, they have questions. What is this? What is this? What is this? As a parent, you reply Many times he asks, what is this? And you say, this the market, this the ball, this the bat, this is a train, this is a bus. And nothing happened. Just it was a question without any reason. If you give the answer, it's okay. If you don't, it's also okay. They ask everything because of curiosity. They want to know everything. But their knowledge is very superficial. Same, the field of the knowledge, there are so many learned persons, they are like children. They have curiosity. Just they want to know what is this. What is written in the newspaper? They want to know. What is written in the magazine? They want to know. In magazine, novels, any books. That is why they have everywhere curiosity. Same when they encounter Bhagavad Gita. They want to know about Bhagavad Gita, what is written in this book. So because of curiosity, they want to learn about Bhagavad Gita. They may read. They may get some meanings, but their knowledge would be very superficial. Their knowledge is very, very just superficial level, not deep. Because they don't have any deep-rooted interest. The second number is, we call them Jigyasu. They want to learn Gita. They give respect to Gita. Their knowing is more deeper than first one. They are Jigyasu. They have interest in religious, in scriptural books. They have faith. So we call them Jigyasu. They can make difference between magazine, newspaper, and Gita. Gita is very different. Magazines are very different. So Jigyasu can make a difference between them. It is faithful. So all scriptures are for Jigyasu. Because of Jigyasu, the seeker of the knowledge. Jigyasu means the seeker of the knowledge who wants to know something about the supreme reality. So all scriptures are for Jigyasu. So first is, number one, the person who has curiosity. The second is Jigyasu. They want to go more deeper. More deeper. And third one is Mumukshu. Mumukshu means who wants liberation. Who wants liberation. When you feel that I am in bondage, immediately you feels like suffocation and you want to be liberated. Then your effort becomes very, very another level. So this is a mumukshu. Gita is for everyone. The person you have curiosity, they also can read the Gita. The Jigyasu also can read Gita. And the mumukshu, the person also can read the Gita. Here, the listener of the Gita is Arjuna. If we are mumukshu, we want liberation, then Gita is very useful. How? See, the first chapter of Gita is Arjun Vishad Yogo Nam. The first chapter of Gita, its name is given Arjun Vishad Yoga. Every chapter of the Gita has its own name. You will come to know 18 yogas. In Yoga Sutra, you know only one yoga. Yoga is given by Patanjali. But here, you will encounter 18 types of yoga. And first yoga is Vishad Yoga. Vishad means what? Vishad means anxiety. Vishad means depression. So let's understand some things here. Before we enter into this ocean, few things has to be understood. Arjuna was the listener of the Gita. Why Arjuna? Because when Mahabharata war was happened to ready, everything was ready, and Arjuna got problems. What kind of problems? Problems like that, he was ready to fight. And suddenly, Arjuna's mind, some things, some thought entered, and they made Arjuna disturbed. Arjuna was Lord Sri Krishna's great friend. Arjuna was great devotee. Arjuna was great meditator. And more than, he had very special quality, the quality of the Gudakis. What is Gudakis? Gudakis means the controller of the sleep. Only 2% can be found in the all the history. Them you can say Gudakis. One is Arjuna, and another person was Lakshman. These both characters had very special quality, the quality of the control of the sleep. Control of the sleep. We don't have any control over sleep. Sleep comes, we sleeps. We cannot sleep if sleep does not come. We wait. But sleep does not wait any time for us. Anywhere, any time, sleep can come. But Arjuna and Lakshman, though two, both characters were, they had control over the sleep. If they don't have time, they would not sleep even months without any fatigue. If they have time, they can sleep for a month without any disturbance. So Arjuna and Lakshman two characters were tremendous capacity, the capacity of controlling of the sleep. So Arjun has so many qualities. He was great warrior, great devotee, great friend of Lord Sri Krishna, great meditator, great righteous person. He had so many qualities. But these qualities are not enough for Gita. Gita is like lotus. It needs some mud. So when Mahabharata war was ready and some thought entered into mind of the Arjun and they made disturb Arjun. There became anxiety, there was sadness, there was disturbance, and he became so weak. He said, Lord Sri Krishna, I could not stand. There were fear. Everything was there. And finally, the most important thing was he became Dharma Sammudha Cheta. Dharma Sammudha Cheta. Dharma Sammudha Cheta means he says, I do not know what should I do and what should I not. I want to do. I do not want to escape, but I do not take any decision. What should I do and what not? Dharma Sammudha Cheta. So my point is, Gita is because of Dharma Sammudha Cheta. There is anxiety. There is a fear. There is a depression. And there must be Dharma Sammudha Cheta. I do not know what should I do and what should I not. This is the base of Gita. This is the foundation of the Gita. In our society, today's society especially, we are more intelligent. If you are more intelligent, then you will face more problems. If you are more intelligent, you will encounter more problems, more anxiety, more depression. You see, today, even children, I have heard somewhere, a small kid, very small, it may be 10 or 8-year-old. He was searching in the internet how to commit suicide without pain. Very small children. He tried many times to commit suicide, but there was pain. He could not. So he wanted to suicide, but without pain. So he was searching on the net how to commit suicide without pain. Why? Because we are not individual. The whole society is more intelligent. More intelligent people, its bioproducts are anxiety, depression, suffering, fear, and so many things. These all are the bioproduct of the intelligence. If you are intelligent person, then there are problems. If you do not have any intelligence, no problem. Animals does not have any problem. The learned person does not have any problem. The middle society, like Arjun, we are facing the problems. So Arjun is its listener. Today in the society, everyone is like Arjun. We are facing every time, every moment like Mahabharata. What should do, what not. These are our problems. We are dharma sammuda cheta. The only problem is in our life, if our life there is anxiety, there is a fear, there is depression, we should connect them with the God. Then these all problems becomes yoga. Arjun Vishad Yoga. Arjun could connect their problems with the God. So, in our life, so don't escape from yourself. Don't escape from your problems. Just encounter them. And you will come to know there are so many problems. There is a fear. There is a depression. There is anxiety. There is anger. There are weaknesses. There is everything, whatever Arjun had. In that time, these all problems we are also have every time. And these problems are the ground of the Gita. Because these problems are byproduct of your intellect. Arjun was ready to listen the Gita. This is the Arjun Vishad Yoganam, first chapter. And it begins from the Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Uvacha means said. Who said? Dhritarashtra. The question may come, who is Dhritarashtra? Who is Dhritarashtra? Dhritarashtra means a king who was blind but greedy, who was king but he was not able to rule his kingdom. The ruler was another person. Ruler was his son. Ruler was his greediness. So Dhritarashtra was a king, and he is asking to his secretary, his name was Sanjay. Sanjay means some Jay. Jay means the victory, who has won the anger. Sanjay means who, the person who has won the anger, Sanjay. So Dhritarashtra was asking to the Sanjay, "Oh Sanjay, let me know, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsava Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvat." Oh Sanjay. He says, "Oh Sanjay, something I know. I know that in the holy land of Kurukshetra, my sons and sons of the Pandavas gathered eager to fight. I know that. I know that much information. And these informations are correct. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha. I know that my sons and sons of the Pandavas gathered for fighting in the holy land of Kurukshetra. My question is, what they did Because here Dhritarashtra is asking, "Oh Sanjay, Kurukshetra is a pure land. Dharma Kshetra. Dharma means righteousness. Kurukshetra is not a common land. It is a land of pilgrimage. Kurukshetra is not a vital field. Kurukshetra, a land of holiness, righteousness. In that land, in ancient time, Devas did so many sacrifices. In Kurukshetra, there was a king, his name was Kuru. He did so many penance. So this land is pure. Pure land, Kurukshetra. It is like Badrinath, Haridwar, Rishikesh, holy land, Dharma Kshetra. And we should go to Dharma Kshetra, the holy places, for what? We should go there for do some good acts, do some charity, for meditation, for darshan, taking bath. But who goes for fighting in the holy lands? Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. He says, "Oh Sanjay, I remember that. This is the holy land, Kurukshetra, Dharma Kshetra." And one more meaning I will tell you. Dharma Kshetra. Kshetra means fields. Fields. Our body is Dharma Kshetra. Our body is Dharma Kshetra means field, where we put some seeds and we cultivate some crops. Field means we sow the seeds and we cultivate fields. So our body is like Dharma Kshetra, like Kurukshetra. In this Kurukshetra, fighting is going on. There is a good and bad thoughts. So Dhritarashtra said, "Oh Sanjay, this holy land of Kurukshetra, my and Pandu's son gathered for fighting." My question, what did they do? Next look. Sanjay Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vyudham Duryodhanastada Acharyam Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit. I repeat one more time. Sanjay Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vyudham Duryodhanastada Acharyam Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit. See the meaning. Sanjay says, at that time, seeing the army of the Pandavas drawn up for battle and approaching Dronacharya, King Duryodhana spoke these words. I repeat one more time the meaning. Sanjay said, at that time, seeing the army of the Pandavas drawn up for the battle and approaching Dronacharya, King Duryodhana spoke these words. When Sanjay made a question, the Sanjay said, Sanjay Uvach, the secretary of the king, he said, Dishtva tu Pandava Nikam. When both army were gathered, and Duryodhan was so curious, so excited. He know that I am the responsible for everything. The Mahabharata was happened because of Duryodhan, not because of the Krishna or Arjun. It was happened only because of Duryodhan. And he knew that I am the responsible. That is why he made all its efforts. All his efforts. He started watching here and there. Both army were gathered there. Drishtva tu Pandava Nikam. Sanjay says to Dhritarashtra, having seen the army of the Pandavas, it was so big army, Mahatim Chamum, very big army. Drishtva tu Pandava Nikam Vyudham. Vyudham is arrayed, ready for fight. So Pandava's army was ready for fight. And having seen this army, Duryodhana what did? Acharyam upasangamya. See, Dhritarashtra asked, what did my sons and son of Pandavu do? Pandavas, nothing doing. They are quiet. They are still waiting. The question was asked by Dhritarashtra, what did do my son and Pandavas? Sanjay says, Pandava are not doing anything. They are quiet. They are calm. They are waiting. They are waiting. But your son, Duryodhan, Acharyam upasangamya, he was so excited. He was so in hurry for a fight. Acharyam upasangamya, he approached to the Dronacharya. Dronacharya was the guru. Dronacharya was the Acharya, both Kauravas and Pandavas. But he was fighting from the Duryodhana side. Acharyam upasangamya, he approached to the Dronacharya and Bachanam abravit, he said, he spoke these words. So see, Pandavas are not excited. They are trying to avoid this war. But Duryodhana is not ready to avoid this war. He is ready to fight. Then Sanjay says, now number 3, Pashyayitam Pandu Putranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tavashishena Dhimata. I repeat one more time. Pashyayitam Pandu Putranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tavashishena Dhimata. See the meaning. Arjuna says, O Acharya, behold the mighty army of the sons of Pandu, arrayed for battle by your talented disciple Drishtadyumna, son of Drupada. I repeat again meaning. Duryodhana says, O Acharya, O Master, behold the mighty army of sons of Pandu, arrayed for battle by your talented disciple, Drishtadyumna, son of Drupada. Now see, what is happening in the battlefield? Both armies are gathered. Duryodhana approached to the master, Dronacharya, and he says, O Acharya, see the army of the Pandavas. Dronacharya said, I am watching. I can see. What are you trying to show me? I have eyes, I can see, I can watch. He says, no, I will show you something different. I think you cannot see that. Pashyaitam Panduputranam. O Acharya, O Master, see the big army of the Pandavas. Mahatim Chamum, it is a very great army, very strong army. Dronacharya says, it's okay. We are in the field, we are for fighting. So army must be strong. This is not matter. He said, no, I'm trying to say something very different. My point is, Vyudham Drupada Putrena. Duryodhana says, I'm trying to show you something very different. And the point is, the army, do you know who is the leader of the Pandavas army? Arjun. He says, no, this is not Arjun. There is a Drishtadyumna. Who is the Drishtadyumna? Vyudham Drupada Putrena. He gave two qualities. Drupada Putrena Tava Shisena Dhimataha. The leader of the Pandavas army is very intelligent. Very intelligent. Do you know who that? His name is Drupada Putrena Tavashishena. The leader of Pandavas army is Drishtadyumna. Who is the Drishtadyumna? Drupada Putrena. Now we have to see some background of Drupada Putrena, Drishtadyumna. Who is the Drishtadyumna? There was a king, his son was Drupad. He went to learn archery in the Bharadwaj ashram. And Bharadwaj's own son, his name was Drona. Both were studying together. Slowly they became very different. Very different. One day, the king said to the Drona, we are friends, and I promise you, whatever I will have, you will get half. Dronacharya says, okay. He was very satisfied Brahman. So after some time, it happens, he went to the Drupad and he said, I want a cow, a single cow. You are my friends and you had made a promise to me. Whatever you have, you will give me half. I do not want half. I want just one cow. The king said, no, I am the king, you are the poor. We are not friends. I can give you many cows to you, but you are not my friend. He said, no, I will not take any cow. Just give me promise, you are my friend. He said, no. And he refused. And finally, Dronacharya taught Kaurav Pandavas, and by Pandava become so strong, and Drupad was defeated by the Pandavas. He was so insulted, and he made a sacrifice. He got two Brahmanas, two rishis, and he said to them, I want a son who would kill the Dronacharya. I do not want anything. Just one thing I want. And my son would kill the Dronacharya. And they did. The altar of the yajna, the fire of the sacrifice, there appeared a couple. One was Drishtadyumna and another was Draupadi. So Drishtadyumna and Draupadi were not a common human being. They were not just a common normal human being. They were divine. They were born from the fire of the sacrifice. And Lord Sri Krishna knew that. Slowly, the Drishtadyumna becomes young. So Drupad said to him, you are my child, and your purpose is to kill the Drona. But Drona is so great archer, so great warrior, no one can kill him without his own will. So you go and learn the archery from the Drona. See, Drishtadyumna went to the Dronacharya and he said, I want to learn from you the archery. Even Dronacharya knew that this is my death. But he taught archery. Arjun, that is why Duryodhana says, Tab Sisena, this is your disciple. You have made so big mistake in your life. How can you teach archery like that person which want to kill you? So, Vyudham Drupada Putrena, this the Drupad Putra, and your Shishya, very intelligent. Now, next one. Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yayodhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharatha. I repeat. Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yayodhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharatha. See the meaning. Duryodhana says, O Acharya, there are in this army heroes like mighty bows, equal to military power like Bhim and Arjun. These are Satyaki, Virat, Drupad. See, Duryodhana was telling to the Dronacharya about Drupad, Putra Drishtadyumna. Dronacharya said, okay, the only one Marathi, we are so many. Duryodhana says, no, we are not so many. He is not alone. There are so many other great warriors like Atra Shura, Maheshwasa. There and Pandava's army, there are many other great warriors. Dronacharya says, can you give me their name? He says, yes, I can. And these warriors are like Bhim and Arjun. Bhim and Arjun. Bhim, the symbol of strength. Arjun, the symbol of skill. He was great warriors, great archer, Arjun, and great strength, Bhim. So Bhima, Arjun, Samayudhi. There are so many other warriors like Bhim and Arjun. I am giving their names. First is Yudhanu Viratascha. The first name is Yudhan. First, I am giving some briefs about Yudhan. Yudhan is the name of Satyaki. Satyaki was a disciple of Arjun. Very great warrior. He is from Dwarka. So great warrior Satyaki. Yudhanu Viratasya. And the King Virat. King Virat, very famous. Drupadascha Maharatha. And another king is Drupad, who is a great enemy of the Dronacharya. So King Drupad, they are Maharatha, great warriors. Now next one. Drashtaketus Chekitana Katsirajasya Viryavan Purujit Kunti Bhojasya Shaivyasya Narpungavaha. I repeat. Drashtaketus Chekitanaha Kasirajasya Viryavan Purujita Kunti Bhojasya Shaivyasya Narpungavaha. He says, another name is Drishtaketu. Drishtaketu is the son of Shishupal. Do you know about Shishupal, who was killed Lord Krishna in the Rajashu Yajna? He was very great enemy of the Krishna. But his son was very great devotee of Lord Krishna. So strange. Drishtaketu. Drishtaketu Chekitana. Then comes Chekitana. He is also Lord Sri Krishna's. It belongs to the family of Lord Sri Krishna's. Kasirajasya Viryavan. Then comes Kasiraj, the king of the Kasi, the king of the Varanasi. Kasiraj. Name is not given. He was known by the known of city, Kasiraj. Kasirajasya Viryavan Purujita Kunti Bhojasya. Then comes Purujit and Kunti Bhoj. Kunti Bhoj was a very great king. Purujita Kunti Bhojasya Saivyasya Narapungava, and another king was Saibya. These all are very great warriors and they are kings. Now next one. Yudha Manyusya Vikranta Uttamaujasya Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyasya Sarva Eva Maharatha. I repeat one more time. Yudha Manyusya Vikranta Uttamaujasya Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyasya Sarva Eva Maharatha. See the meaning? Yudhamanyu, the valiant Uttamauja, Abhimanyu, the son of Subhadra, and the 5 sons of Draupadi all of them Maharathis, great warriors. Yudhamanyu, Vikrant, the very strong king of Yudhamanyu, and very strong king Uttamauja. These all are names. Now he says Saubhadro. Saubhadro means the son of Subhadra. Son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu. Draupadeyasya, the sons of Draupadi. Draupadeyasya. Subhadro, Draupadeyasya. So Duryodhana is giving the list of warriors. Saubhadro, the Abhimanyu, who was great warriors, who learnt all archery knowledge in mother's womb. And Draupadeyasya, the sons of Draupadi. Sarva eva Maharatha, he says these all are the great warriors. Maharatha means the one who can fight alone with 10,000 warriors. This is the Maharatha. All are the Maharatha, these all are the great warriors in Pandava's army. And now see, he is giving names. This king, that king, this warrior, about Pandava's army. But he did not take name of Lord Sri Krishna. This is Duryodhana. He's giving names from the Pandava Senas. There are some known, some names are unknown. But he did not take name of Lord Sri Krishna. He did not say Krishna is there. Why? Because there are two reasons. One is he knew that Krishna already had said, I will not take weapons, I will not fight. If he will not fight, it makes no difference, he is a warrior or not. But without fighting, he can fight. Another thing is, if he says that Krishna is there, if he says Krishna is there, then no matter who is fighting against him. It may be Dronacharya, it may be Bhishma, no matter. No one can fight to the Krishna. No one can defeat the Krishna. So that is why Duryodhana did not take name of the Lord Krishna. He gave so many names. This is, but he was very careful. He did not take name of Krishna. This is the ignorant person's condition. He may count everything. He may count useful, unuseful. The ignorant person can count positive and negative, all conditions. The ignorant person does not count the gods. Dronacharya was quiet. Duryodhana was telling, but Dronacharya was quiet. He did not give any reply. Duryodhana thought, I have made some mistake. I have made some mistake because I gave the names from the Pandavas army. It may be harmful because Dronacharya may think this army is very big and there is my death. So only we are defeated. So I have made mistake. Then Duryodhana said to the Dronacharya, now wait. This is the story of Pandavas. Now, I am going to tell you about the strength of my own Sena, my own army. I am telling to you, but not today. Next time. Om Puranamadaha Puranamidam Puranat Puranamudachyate Puranasya Puranamadaya Puranameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Sankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti.